you know what it is. But I have to assess the risk. I have to be careful what I say. Careful what I say. What have I been saying? What have I been saying? Yes. Anyway, it is what it is. I've shared with you how I am feeling. And therefore, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If the threat levels are raised, I will have to take the necessary precautions, and at the same time assess whether or not whether or not I you know, I don't know at this time. Anyway, they do want me to be quiet. They want me to stop it. They want me to calm down. It appears as if I am hurting some people in the society. I don't know who I am hurting. I never know that this little TikTok program could have any influence over anybody. I'm not over here telling anybody who to vote for. All of that. Anyway, so yesterday I took you through the whole matter of party loyalty because of the fruitlessness of some of the debates. The fruitlessness of the debates. And I broke down for you why these debates are fruitless and, really make not much sense. It don't make no sense you engage in some of these debates, They are not substantive and they are not substantial. They really are a waste of time. This program wants to appeal to the uncommitted, those persons in the society that are neither JLP nor PNP, and they are in the majority. The majority. All right? And those are the people that will swing the election. And we must do more to amplify the message so that more people understands the importance of their vote in this election. At all times in history, you hear how consequential elections are. This 2025 election, is of monumental proportion. It is of monumental proportion because of where we are in this century, the economics of it, and whether or not we are going to take strides forward or we are going to take some steps back. Right? Well, if that is why we are to close down the program, then I suspect, well, therefore, we examine the whole psychology. Patrick Campbell, how you doing, sir? Yep. The psychology. You need me to clarify the steps forward or back? Come up and let me tell you. Why don't you come up? Let me tell you. I'll follow you, my comrade friend. I'll tell you if you come up. Forward or back. All right. You want me to clarify that? Well, I can. Good afternoon to Jean Dixon. How you doing? Good afternoon to all of you that. To Jean Dixon. How you doing? Good afternoon. You have to mute. You have to mute the microphone. You have to mute the microphone. Good afternoon to you. Hello? All right. So you have what is called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is where people tend to avoid, they reject information. They reject information that contradicts their party's ideology. Cognitive dissonance is where you tell a man that crime is down 43%, and he says no. That's cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when you say to a man that that unemployment is at 3.1%, and he tells you no. Cognitive dissonance is when you tell a man that poverty has been cut in half, and he says to you, not no go so. Cognitive dissonance is when your girlfriend left you and you tell yourself, say, it don't happen. Oh my goodness. That is what is cognitive dissonance. It's a rejecting. It's a rejecting of reality. And you reject reality, you know? They have what is called denial. In psychology, they have what is called denial. And denial is a coping mechanism. So for example, if you lose a loved one, you can fall into denial. In other words, it's the absence of reality, because you can't deal with the reality. Then you deny it. It's psychological, and it protects you from going mad. So if the PNP accepts that crime is down by 43%, they are accepting defeat. If the PNP accepts that unemployment is 3.1%, they are accepting defeat. If the PNP accepts that poverty has been cut in half, they are accepting defeat. You know what I saw Mr. Opposition spokesman on health this morning saying? Dr. Dawes. Dr. Dawes said that this is the worst minister for health. That's cognitive dissonance. That's cognitive dissonance. It's rejecting facts. And then you don't only have cognitive dissonance, but you have tribalism. Now, tribalism is at the heart of our politics. It is a terrible thing. Tribalism is where party loyalty can be driven by a sense where people prioritize their party's interests over objective facts or opposing view. Tribalism is why you can't support the bus service. Tribalism. You know it is good for the country, but you are tribal. You know tribes? You know what is tribalism? Well, it's from tribes. But tribes is thousands of years. That's how people operate. It's a set of people, a set of values. It's groups where you get into a particular group and the ideology of that group is what you live by, and you will never. Did you know that 2,000 years ago, more than 2,000 years ago, you could marry outside of your tribe? Tribes, you know, from tribes you get families. You could marry outside of your tribe. And so you it's group identity. Yeah. Party affiliation can become a part of a person's identity, influencing how they perceive themselves or place in society. A tribalist cannot even think for themselves. A tribalist gives up the value of individual thought and thinks like the group. Individualism is lost where there is tribalism. It's almost a curse, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? They prioritize the interests of the tribe over their own facts. So if you tell a man that unemployment is down because it goes against his party, he cannot accept it. That's tribalism. Yes? So party loyalty becomes their identity. They lose their identity on behalf of their party. What a damn shame. What a damn shame. You think that I could sit here and push the views of any party against the facts, against the truth? Is crime down in Jamaica? Yes or no? Yes? Ellie, you pretend to be neutral and objective, but you are not. Is crime down in Jamaica? Is it down? Don't be cognitively, don't be, avoid cognitive dissonance. Tell me the truth. Is crime down? Gene Dixon? Is crime down? Don't be cognitively avoid that. Don't be tribal. Is employment up in Jamaica? Has the government created jobs? Has poverty been cut in half? Yes, comrades. Comrades, may I ask a question? I want the comrades to tell me. Comrades online, is crime down? The OPM has been manipulating the number. The office of the Prime Minister is manipulating the number, is what the comrades said. That's cognitive dissonance. That's tribalism. Pan-Africanism? No, crime is not down. Comrades, is crime down in Jamaica? Is unemployment down? Is poverty cut in half? So then you blame Statin. Well, we should fire all of them people up at Statin. If Statin is misleading the country, fire the whole damn set of them. Okay? I don't know where Statin is. Right? But listen to this now. If crime was up, it would be the same agency. If unemployment was up, it would be the same agency measuring them. Tribalism. Tribalism. Comrades, when Michael Manley announced free education, Edwin Ali, the opposition spokesman on education, crossed the floor to shake Michael Manley's hand. Did you know that? An act of patriotism. What we need in Jamaica is patriotism, not tribalism. If it is good for Jamaica, it is good for the People's National Party. If it is good for Jamaica, comrades, it is good for the People's National Party. And so if the school buses is a positive, it is not a positive for Labour Party parents only. It is a positive for Jamaicans. And Jamaicans, Jamaica is made up of people from PNP, people from JLP, people from UIC, no P, out of many one people. Cut out the tribalism, man. Accept facts and improve on it. What the opposition needs to do is to improve on the progress. Stop saying there is no progress and tell us how you're going to improve on it. You know, I was somewhere this week and I saw one of the yellow buses, brand new bus, parked up, and people were saying them don't want it. The tribalists them don't want the bus, them don't want seat. Why? Because it adds, there is a political value to the buses. It is going to benefit the government politically, and it should be so. Governments that do well must benefit politically from their work. I know nothing. Party loyalty is where their identity lies. Party loyalty becomes an integral part of their identity, making it difficult for them even to accept facts. And that is where you know that the politics is woeful. Hi, Kalera, how you doing? It's woeful, because when you are going to say that not now going to win, my God. Hi, Kalera, come up. Send me a request. You're ready to talk now. I've accepted.
Uncle Plank and others brought me out so I can get little voice now. Uncle
Hi.
Plank and some other jail peace supporters, they brought me out and Navi and Terry.
Oh, wonderful.
But yeah,
We're in Jamaica.
my vote is in Kingston, East Central, but I am a Manchester girl at Kingston Adopt. That's what I will always tell people. Yes, Terry, you brought me out, you and Navi.
My goodness. Why are you sounding so excited? Huh? She has closed her mic.
We're talking about something that is good, and I basically encourage people to talk more about JLP as a young person who is supporting the Jamaica Labour Party. Matter of fact, I'm an Andrew Michael Holness Labour. One Andrew number two.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. That's fantastic. Are you going to school?
This election, I'm going to the University of the West Indies, Mona, and this election is my first vote.
This is your first vote?
Yes. Last
Wow.
election, the other election that went, which was his second term, would have been my first vote. But I did not understand why should I vote for him. So after that election, I sit down and I start watching him. And then I realized he has done major improvement over his 4-year tenure. And I said, fly high, fly low. Andrew Holness, you're getting my vote. And because of that, I went ahead and looked about my ID because girl has to be registered to vote to finally can put my finger in that X and give him the vote that he deserves.
Wow. What are you studying at the university?
I was studying the language and linguistics, but currently for this semester, I actually changed my major because of a change of passion. And also when I looked deeper into my interests, I switched to international relations, and as well as a part of the degree, I can still study what I love, that my first degree, because you have to study at least 2 languages. Because I'm so enthused about political affairs, current affairs, I said the switch to a different major is worth it.
Fantastic. And you have been so shy. You don't sound like someone who's shy studying language. Why?
I'm actually shy, but I'm an introvert. I don't really come out or something. I have a non-profit, and also people tell you I would say I have a little voice, but I have a big impact.
Wow.
So,
Well,
yes, I'm very reserved. I'm a reticent individual, but I have a big impact. So, for example, I have been active in youth development for youth. Like I did volunteer tutoring in my own organization, been helping youth in CSEC and CAPE subjects, various subjects, as well as, and also I am rated I have a 4.7 plus reviews on Google right now, standing, glowing. And I've impacted the life of over 2,000 Jamaican youth and Caribbean youths.
well, that's fantastic. And then you have decided to join the conversations online now to encourage people.
Yes, actually, how I started journey was from Navi. So basically, I saw a live because I followed a JLP specific person, and then I saw the live, and then I saw young people on the live that her name was Navi, and I was enthused. They invite me to join, and I was talking, and I just I feel at home. I felt safe, so I said, okay, then this is one step closer to coming out of my comfort zone a little bit.
I see. Now, let me ask you a question. You would have examined both parties to come to this decision. You're a student of linguistic and language. Yes, your language skills are very very impressive. No, don't worry about that. You would have studied both parties, looked at their policies. Why have you decided to throw your support behind the Jamaica Labour Party?
So as a young person, the one major reason I have decided to support the Jamaica Labour Party, particularly the Prime Minister, because it don't matter which MP, it could have been an MP I don't know. Once I know it's Andrew Holness going to run the country, we'll get him my vote. It's because of his passion for youth development, and that aligns with my passion. As I said before, I have a non-profit that caters to youths. It's called the Lacquer Youth Club. So because of I see how he's passionate about elevating us as youth, trying his best for us to get better as youth, then I implore as the best prime minister to have in this country, because at the end of the day, youths are the future. Because who knows, few months to come, we are the same youths that will be running the country. Because if you realize, even on the board of MPs right now, you're seeing more young MPs on the board right now than before. Majority, they're not so old, but they're young and mature. So some are in their 40s, they're in their 30s, and you're seeing more of them stepping up. So that means Andrew Holness is trying to retire some of the old people, but you can't just retire them one by one, because you still need a little structure and a mature-based leadership so the country can run in good hands. Because remember, young people not going to know everything, so you still need the material-based leadership to be on board.
Fantastic. Your English is better than most people that I know. So let me ask you a question. What specific policy of government you would have been impressed with, and Is there anything in the on the opposition side that you see that, you know, is impressing you?
No, no.
No.
Because everything as an opposition, not because you're in the opposition party, I think you can still do more. You can still try to raise funds in order to help the country, and even for the constituencies that you currently you would have had, you know, governed leadership. And if you hear from other youths, they're saying that like some of the constituencies that have PNP governing leaderships, they don't do nothing in those constituencies. Like, for example, my constituency is St. Andrew East Central, which is currently at PNP governing, which I know that Mr. Davian Vassal is going to hassle with the Vassal and turn it into green. He's going to turn it into green. And even though my community, I live in the residential area, if you check the whole Maxfield Park division, the MP don't really do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, yeah.
and it's a PNP governing leadership right now.
Yes. You don't sound like someone who's shy, though, you know. I am amazed that you say that you were shy and you refused to come out.
Just because I'm trying to basically come out of my comfort zone, and I'm working on, you know, speech and so forth. So, you know, because one thing with me, even though I'm not a good public speaker, but I have people in my nonprofit tell me, you are a good public speaker, so I don't know why you say you're not one. But I tell myself I'm not, because of I don't like to speak over crowds, I don't like to speak in public, I don't like to do anything when it comes to crowds. So I shy away from a lot of opportunities at me. But then I said to myself, in 2025, if I was able to start a nonprofit, being a shy individual, and overcome that one obstacle in my way, I can do it. And I tell myself, in 2025, I will try my best to come out of that little comfort zone that I'm at, try to get better at public speaking, try to just put myself out there, not just for me, but just so people can know that this little voice has a big impact. Because I know, you know, a lot of people might say, oh, you're 24, but your voice don't sound like a 24-year-old. So I want people to know that not because my voice is small, not because my voice sounds young, but this little voice has a big impact, and this little voice will carry Jamaica on its back.
Wow, well, your voice doesn't sound little at all, and you are doing excellent in terms of being a public speaker. You have decided to join the campaign online for the re-election of the JLP, you say, eh?
Yes.
And this is not the first program that you have come on.
No, actually, my comfort zone has really come out a little bit when I joined Uncle Planks, because they adopted me as their niece. Uncle Planks and Outlaw Lives, and those persons who normally be on in those little spaces, and that's when you know, again, a little bit of confidence to talk on lives and be, you know, just out there a little bit.
You know, I'm feeling a little jealous.
Why?
Because I thought you would have come here first. Well, I want to commend you. You are doing an excellent job. I think that your skills at speaking are also very good, and that you ought to, with some more development, become. You said something earlier that you can carry Jamaica on your back. Are you planning to go into politics?
I'm thinking about it for the next election. So yes, not this one, but the other one. Like to be like a senator or something.
Right. And tell me then, how important is this election for you? How important do you think this election is for you?
It is very important because it's the first election that is social media based. So, you know, most of your results has to be now, because social media has now been a prominent thing in the world. So that's one that makes it very important. Also, yes. Not because your fan base is large, that doesn't say you're win, because at the end of the day, they say popularity don't win election. But
Right.
this is because it's, you're able to can post your results now online, and you can reach a vast amount of people. You can reach out to the diaspora, and the diaspora now can see your work. And if the diaspora decides, say, oh, I really love this prime minister and I really want him to stay in touch with the country, I'm going to make sure I buy my ticket and fly come down and so forth. Because remember, people in the diaspora, they're not in Jamaica to see the good work. It's because of what's on the media, they're able to know that Mr. Holness is doing a wonderful job. So this election is more important than other elections, because this is the first election that Jamaica has had so many development over a 4-year period, from police station development to fire station, teachers getting increased, minimum wage increase over 3 times in this tenure. What else? We have student loan, no new taxes, no SLB guarantor. What else did we have? There's so much. There's so much. There is literally so much results. Oh, NHT loans has been extended to more, instead of getting 7 mil to, like, when at first it was 7 mil, it was extended to 9 mil. What else? We have done so much. So this election is important because of the results that the Prime Minister have managed to produce over his 4-year tenure. And last but not least, the forgotten parish. How can we forget? He has managed to elevate the parish of St. Thomas, the parish that was known as what? The Obia parish, the parish that has the negative effect on the island. He has managed to turn that negative effect into a positive effect. With that being said, are we really not looking at the good that this Prime Minister has done and realize that he deserves our vote?
Wow. My goodness. Let me ask you a question. Are you from a Labourite family?
Actually, I'm a baby that is on the borderline. Mommy side is PNP, daddy side is JLP.
Yes. And your political interest was developed when? At what age? What time did you develop this political?
I would have think that my political interest developed after COVID-19, because at first I did not have any interest in politics. Yes, I used to watch news. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch news because my family, my guardians used to tell me I must know the various ministers in the different sections of Jamaica growing up. So as a person who used to watch news, I know everything about the Bruce Golding tenure. If you ask me anything, I know everything about Portia Simpson tenure. And let me tell you, underneath that Portia Simpson tenure, I can remember at 13 years old, every single time I turn on news, IMF, until one point I got so pissed. Like, it's the only thing used to come on news, only information. And what I can proud to say, underneath the Andrew Michael Holness government, and we don't even hear about IMF anymore. We have produced the best finance minister in the Caribbean. Let's talk about, and in order for something to be the best, it came from what? Mr. Holness. And you have to give the man him props, because good leaders produce good leaders. And it has to start from him, because it's him put Nigel in the position, which means that he deserves the vote. He deserves the youth to come out and let these voters turn out, be the highest in the entire history of Jamaica, in the entire political leadership history. We need to come out as you to show, and even the young 17-year-olds, yes, we can't vote, but get your other friends or maybe can vote to come out and vote, and just to vote in place of you, because at the end of the day, Mr. Holness have done a lot, and he deserves the vote. He deserves to be one more term or even 2 more, because my dream for Andrew Holness is to be the longest serving Prime Minister. I don't care about nobody. I want him to say reclaim that history from PJ Patterson.
I see. You want Andrew to get 4 terms?
Yes.
Huh. Wow. Tell me something. You as a young girl, I'm sure you have a lot of admirers, and within your circle, I suspect you're a beautiful girl. What is it that young people your age are talking about? Are they interested in the politics? Are they, like you, planning to vote for this prime minister?
So far, most of my friends are planning to vote. Some of my friends voted before, and they said that they voted for Andrew, and they said they're planning to vote again. And because they see where Andrew Holness has done a lot for the country, so they're going again.
Uh-huh. Yes, and that is generally what you hear from your friends and other
Most
young.
of my friends, even in my UE community, a lot of people, like most people I'm close with, they're saying Andrew Holness. And then because we have like I created a WhatsApp group for like both PNP and JLP. I recently just created one just for young laborites so we can reach out to more youths.
You have created a group for young laborites?
Just today, but I had a political group for both PNP and JLP where adults will come together and educate us as young people. And trust me, that group has even helped me more to put a firm decision that Andrew Holness really deserves my vote. Because big up to the elders in that group, Uncle Noel, they have just brought light to why I should really vote in this upcoming election.
As you go, what would be your pitch to Jamaicans, especially the young people listening to you at this time? Talk to them. Talk to Jamaica.
So what I would say is that as a young person, as a aspiring as a ambassador for the JLPU party, I would say that Andrew Holness is not just a leader. He's not just a person who is all about himself. He's not a person he's just all about the rich and the investors. He is a voice for the poor. He is a voice for development. He is a voice for change.
Yeah, man, let me know.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Go ahead, young lady.
So what I would say is that Andrew Holness is not just a leader. He is a leader that is the voice for poor. He's a leader that is the voice for development. He's a leader that cares about the poor. He's a leader that not only cares about business and investing, but with that, he allows us to lower the poverty rate and unemployment rate with the help of investors coming into Jamaica and pitching ideas to help develop the country. And with that, we can say that a leader who is interested in development of your country is the leader to secure the country for the next 4 years. I thank you.
You thank me. Well, I thank you. Now, one more question. The Mark Golding, he's been going around the country telling Jamaicans that time come. Does that message resonate with you in any way?
If you check my page, you'd realize there's a campaign song that I would say that says March We Are March. I literally made a video mimicking the song.
Sorry, what is on your page? What is on your page?
There's a video with me mimicking the song because what I said to myself, even to somebody, I said that if I was to vote based on a campaign song, JLP would have got my vote because the Choose Jamaica just has a vibe. The March Year March, all it did was basically try to dilute what JLP is doing and basically try to look down on the JLP party. I didn't like that. So he would never get my vote. So what I would say to him about his phrase, time come, Mr. Mark Golding, time not come yet. You know one reason why time is not here? One, your party is not unified. 2, you don't look like you're ready as a leader. And 3, have you started the areas in this country that you have governing seat? Have you started to do various development in those areas? Most young people are saying no. So therefore, you need to sit back, go back to the drawing board, come again, come again and talk about maybe 2029 or 2030. 2030.
I'm on your page now. Wow. But I think that the people who go to your page will not hear anything. Hello?
What? What do you mean?
Well, they'll be looking at you. I'm sorry. Little bit. I was a little bit distracted just going to your page. But you don't think that, my goodness, you have just become a star. Look at the amount of people who are following you. Listeners, I'm looking at her page. You're a dancer? Sorry, no. You like dancing. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
I think she are there for a while now. But because you and her they combine, then you won't allow anybody in.
No, but I'm gonna give you equal time, sir. I'm gonna give you equal time. But that's a lot. Let me wrap up with her and I'll come to you, sir. Hello, miss? Hello, miss?
I'm hearing.
Yes. Don't move off the line. I'd like to talk to you a little bit more. Let me see what this gentleman is saying. He's a little impatient. Don't move. What's your name? What's your name, miss?
Kalara.
Kalara, stay with me. Don't move at all. You stay right where you are. Go ahead, sir.
It's I'm here listening to her. I mean, that mouth full of lies.
No.
No, you have to take me to the back. A mouth full of lies. No, you don't tell me no. She mouth full of lies, and that's all that is just spreading deception.
No, we're not gonna have you. We're not gonna have you, sir. You can't come up here. You can't come up here with that. You can't do that. You can't.
No, but what lies? We all see the development in Jamaica, so it's not like we don't see the development. Nothing that is happening. So what I said about Morant Bay, urban center is a lie. Isn't it right there? And isn't in the Morant Bay urban center providing employment to those in St. Thomas right now? So yes. People who in St. Thomas is not able to get, who weren't able to get jobs or who have to work in Kingston have to now go up, can now stay in the parish of St. Thomas to get a job. So is the urban center a lie? I'm sure that's not a lie because it's right there. It's right in the Morant Bay right now.
Yeah.
No guarantor thing a lie. I'm sure if you go on the SLB website, you don't see it asking for a guarantor. Is the threshold from $50 to $100 US a lie? I'm sure if you shop online and you spend $100, they don't charge you import tax custom charges. Is that a lie? It's something that is happening. Is the $16,000 a week a lie for minimum wage? No, I'm sure if you go to a Chinaman and start working, they'll give you a $16,000 for the week or even more. Some are paying $18,000. Is that a lie? What else?
I started the program by speaking about cognitive dissonance and tribalism. Sir, you can't just come up here and accuse people of lying. I said it. Where's the lie? Come on, man. Do better than that. Do better than that, comrades. You have to reason, man. You're responding. You're not reasoning. You have to come with better arguments. All right, sir. Miss, don't move you at all. You see, you're a breath of fresh air. Let's see if we can talk with a couple other people here. I'm coming to you in the box. If you send a request, we're coming to you soon. Okay. You're a breath of fresh air, miss, and you deserve to be heard some more. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Os, and good afternoon to the sister.
You know her name, sir?
She named Kalara.
What is your name, miss?
Kalara.
Call her by her name, sir.
Yeah, Kalara. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kalara.
Yeah, good afternoon. So I'm gonna challenge her statement one by one.
No. You don't have enough time to that. She did about 100. So how you gonna challenge them all? Talk to me.
Anywhere the time run out. Talk to you.
Yes, sir. And your background is a little bit out of sync with the quality. So let's go. Try it. Talk to me.
Yeah, so on the urban center that you mentioned. All right, so just the other day I saw the parish council came out and they were saying that the rent for the parish council was ridiculously high. It's something like they were paying like probably 300, said something like 300,000 a month, and now they're asking them for over $1 million a month. So I want to know if this urban center was built with taxpayers' money.
All right. You're the classic spinner. You know, sir, the West Indies not doing so well. Hold on, miss. Hold on. The West Indies not doing so well, you know, sir. They were actually bowled out for 26. They could do well with you. You're a spinner.
I'm a spinner.
Yes, sir. You're a spinner. You're a classic political spinner. You know how you see what you are doing now. The fact of the urban center is not in doubt. The urban center was built. That is the argument that keeps positive. The issue surrounding it and rent is a secondary issue, sir. That has no place here. Talk about the fact of the urban center. Is it there or not?
You're saying talking about, I am not disputing if the urban center was built.
And that is what she raised. She raised nothing about rent. You said you want to deal with the issues she raised. She never raised anything about rent.
No, I want to point out, because yes.
No, you can't, no, sir. But hold on. You have to be logical and you have to be fair. She did not raise the rent. So go on to the point.
No, I understand that. I just want to know if she knows.
You want to discuss the rent at the urban center?
Yes.
No, we're not discussing that. You have another point?
You know, I realize.
No, man, I'm telling you, sir, that you can discuss something else. And I know why I'm not discussing that. I'm saying to you, what she raised was that an urban center was built in the forgotten parish. That is a fact.
Right. So what I am responding to is her statement that the development is obvious.
Yes.
And if the urban center is actually a development, it should be affordable for taxpayers.
The cost at this point is irrelevant to the argument of the fact of the development, sir. That is not an argument to be posited here. Don't bring that in, because it takes away from the fact that there is an urban center. That's what I'm saying.
But
to answer him now. Let me give you a nice response.
So you say you cannot talk about the urban, you cannot talk about the
listen to her response. Listen to her response.
You mentioned about taxpayers' money, but listen to me. How does a country runs? Without tax money, we cannot operate as a country. I thank you.
But everybody would agree with you. But it's about how you spend taxpayer money I'm talking about.
Next point, comrade. Sir, next point.
Us, you just say we must reason. And I've come up here to have a reasoning.
And I'm saying to you,
move off the point.
Next point, sir.
I'm on the same point of development. There was a next point.
You said you're going to respond to all her points. I know that all she said.
You're not allowing me.
You need a quad.
All right, so basically, so we're going to move on from the urban center.
Next one. Come, let's go. We want to have you.
And all of my points seem to be going in the same direction of the overuse of taxpayers' money, or the mismanagement of taxpayers' money.
All right. You want to discuss the mismanagement of taxpayers' money?
Yes.
Let's start with the zinc scandal. Have you heard about that?
The what?
Zinc scandal.
In which year?
Know about the zinc scandal?
In which year?
Have you ever heard about the zinc scandal?
No.
No?
No, I never heard about the zinc scandal.
Have you ever heard about net surf?
The debt surf?
Net surf.
No.
What about Operation Pride?
What is Operation Pride?
What about the Shell waiver?
You mean the waiver on gas?
Shell waiver scandal.
The gas tax you're talking about?
Cuban light bulb.
Yeah, I hear about the Cuban light bulb.
Tell me a little about it.
That is government misuse of taxpayers' money.
The Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica Labour Party.
It doesn't matter. I understand now. You think I'm talking one government. I am not a diarctic, sir.
I am asking a question, so just answer.
So let me make myself clear so you don't have to ask. I am not a diarctic. I criticize any government that misuse taxpayers' money.
Sir, I don't care who you are. I don't care what party you support, whether you are diarctic. Don't raise that with me. I am asking you if you know about these scandals that I've listed. Do you know about them?
I know about the light bulb, the gas tax. Yes, I know about that.
Yes, and did you at that time raise any concerns about it? Did you write to the Gleaner Observer?
No, you know what I did? Let me tell you what I did.
Called in talk show. Called in.
All right, so you're gonna ask. I'm gonna just answer you once and for all. You know what I did?
How old are you?
Yeah, hold on. You know what I know what we do?
I want to be able.
What did I do? And I'm trying to answer you. So listen what I did. I voted for this government twice because I felt at that time that I needed change.
That is irrelevant, sir. I'm not asking you that. I don't care who you vote for either.
But that answers the question, doesn't it?
No, it does not. How old are you?
I'm old enough to vote 2 times already.
Which means that you could be about 18, 28.
Yeah. You're close, but you're not. So you're still far.
I think, you see, sir, when it comes on to scandals, that when you are going to raise issues and matters of scandals, don't pin them to this government.
Don't pin them to this government?
No, sir.
I just said it doesn't matter which government does it. I'm going to be critical of them.
Why are you being critical of this one now?
I'm keep on repeating myself. Every government should be held accountable.
Why are you being critical? What is your concern? And
because
you are doing so in the middle of an election campaign.
I am a shareholder in this island. You know.
But you are criticizing the government.
The government cannot go in power without the people. So the people is the only one can criticize the government. So you're asking me if I'm supposed to do my responsibility. That's my responsibility.
And you are doing so in the middle of an election campaign.
When best to do it.
Okay. And would it not be clear that your motive is what is your motive?
What is my motive?
Yes.
My motive is to see Jamaica go forward. And
so why you don't call the government and talk to them?
Oh, you know I don't do that.
But you have done that?
You don't know. We're having a discussion. You're making suggestions.
No, but
I think I was just having a discussion.
This is a public platform. There are at least 600 people listening to you at this time, you know. Why do you want them to hear this view?
All right, so my concern doesn't necessarily.
Why do you want 600 people to hear this view? I'm asking you. Why? What's your motive?
Because it's just being critical of our holding government accountable for their actions.
You want 600 people to know that the government is corrupt just because you want to hold them accountable?
No, they know already. You think that these 600 people that are listening, they don't have a smartphone?
I'm going to suggest to you, sir, that you are being political.
It's a political conversation.
That you have an agenda.
You don't?
You are coming here to advance that agenda. Am I not correct?
You don't have an agenda?
I'm asking you a question. Can you answer the question first?
Everybody here have an agenda. That's ridiculous what you're saying. Everybody here have an agenda.
No, you don't. But your agenda is political.
We are having a political debate, a conversation about political issues.
And you are propagating something to advance your party.
No, I didn't propagate anything. Anything I said is already in the public. I didn't put anything out there in the public.
I'm still away from all of the claims.
That you want to advance a cause that would add vote to your party. Is that so?
My party. Not try to make you talk to me, but you talk to who you think I am. I clearly said I am not dieted, and I clearly said I vote for this government twice.
You're not talking to the wind, sir. You are talking because you want to influence people, don't you?
I'm talking because I'm just here conversating.
Oh, you just want to talk to me? Well, I'm going to give you my number, and you call me off the air, okay? Since I'm me, you just want to talk to. I give you my number, you call me off here. You ready for it?
I came up here to
481-7787. Take that and call me later, and let us talk. Since I'm me,
I wanted to talk to the young lady.
Okay, all right. You have 3 more minutes. Go ahead.
All right, 3 more minutes. Basically, what I'm saying, young miss, is that yes, we can see development happening in Jamaica. It is not. I would not say there's no development, but what I am saying is that any party in power, we should expect development, right? So look at it like this is the job.
I'm coming to you, Kimmy. Give me a minute or a couple. Sir, stop nonsense. Stop nonsense. You don't say that. Any party in power, you expect development. That's what you just said.
I know. I say we should expect development. That's what we pay them for.
Okay.
So this is not charity. Government get pay. It's not charity.
For 18 and a half years, where was the development? Talk to me about it.
If there was, I said I voted twice, and you still carry me back to my decision to vote for a change.
You're just getting a trouble, you know, because you're just getting a trouble.
You now understand the conversation we're having. I said I voted for a change, and you keep on carrying me back to say.
Have you seen the change? Have you seen the change?
No. That's why I'm here talking. I haven't seen the change.
Bless you, brother. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for this man. Kimmy, I think Kimmy wants to talk to you. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Good afternoon, Remote. Good afternoon, my darling. How are you? You're not on my split life, so I am here as a fully Labourite. As a Labourite, I'm there for you today. Come, they want access some question when it come over. You say the very same thing that you said on my live. You voted for a change. The same question that neighbor asked you, you are asking. We are asked the same question neighbor asked you. I asked as well. What is the change that you want? The same question that you mentioned, you keep going back to how can there be a government that is corrupt, or can we put a government that is corrupt? We keep asking you what is the corruption. Sir, you are trying to sell your party and then you let down your party at the same time because you're not making no sense. Unfortunately, sir, I would advise you to go in front of a computer, not even your computer, your phone, and I advise you, sir, to read the archives, right? Read for yourself, my love, because you sound bright and dunce at the same time, and that don't make no sense. Because you're sitting here, my darling, and you come and you say to us, voting for a change. What is the change are you voting for? What are you telling us that Andrew has not done? You claim that Mark Golding has a better plan. Tell me the plan. You can't answer the question then. You cannot. Up until this very day, you still can't answer nobody question. You come from a level with the same crap, and you come yesterday with it too. So you can't really and truly expect a well-thinking Jamaican must listen to you when you are baffled for words. You can't expect a well-thinking Jamaicans must listen to you when all you came with, I voted for a change. I'm voting for a change. What is the change that you want? Answer the damn question. What is the change you want? That is the question we keep asking. You said you're voting for a change, Remote. What is the change that you want? To the point.
Okay, so
that's the question. Answer the question directly. You vote for Mark. You sound like a Mark Golding when you attack. A Mark Golding can't answer one straight question and the same thing to you. What is the change that you want, my love? Talk to us.
All right, so I could go back here. As I said, I could try to talk because you see like you're not talking now. So when we get to the point where you ask, the question is not what the change I want. You should ask me what was the change I voted for. So I'm going to tell you that right now. And you tell me if it changed. So the first time it was about the tax break, right? That's what I voted.
Hold on, no. Make him talk because Remote when I did that on my live, me was an undecided voter. So I'm comfy labor right. Talk about the taxes, sir. Make sure so when you talk, you talk good enough. Because this I don't want idiot you talk to. So talk.
When I'm talk, I'm just going to talk in general because everybody know the details. So I voted 2 times. I'll tell you the 2 things that I voted for. One, NHT, low income housing. First one, tax break. Today in 2025, we're still having the debate about tax and NHT. So there was no change. You understand? So that's why I would vote for a change now. Because we still have issues with NHT and we still have issue with tax.
What?
Ready to clap that, Kimmy.
Hold on the moment.
Come, ready.
So hold on the baby.
So let me see how much you know about these
issues with taxes. Come and talk to me now, sir. What is the tax that you're talking about? Because please remember, within the nice 9 years that Mr. Holness has, we have had no new taxes. So what you talk about? What tax? Talk to me now. What you're saying? We should eliminate tax out of the country, then all the country run. No new tax means whatever was there before is what we are paying now. There was no additional to it. There was nothing that put on to it. It stays at the same. No new tax within the last 9 years. Talk to me now, sir. NHT themselves has shown us where a lot of persons can be earning $10 a month and can get on us right now because they have low income solution. Where you talk about?
And also talk about the fact that the NHT has increased for mortgage. Since I think it was last year or this year increase based on the budget debate. It was
this year after the budget debate it come out in the news. What are you talking about? Which part you live? Where you live, sir? Where you live? Where
Alright, so
have you lived? Member good, no? You're not a member. And to the person
I
that asks
posted
me
a
if I
question
own
to
my
you.
own house. No, I don't. I pay rent and I comfortably can say that.
I posted a question to you, and you're very intelligent. So I ask you, is there an issue with low-income housing in Jamaica? I don't care about your personal party issue, your friends. I'm talking about, are Jamaicans affording house now in Jamaica in
Yes.
2025,
Yes.
July?
Yes.
Yes.
You are
Because
very
please
biased.
note,
Please note. You're
sir.
biased.
Laws
You
and
are
script and
very
some bias.
biased.
Sir, I want to go on the housing trust.
Yes,
Let
next
me
year,
enlighten your darkness. Hold on the time. Let me enlighten your darkness, sir.
You say
First
for
of
this
all,
solve, sister,
sir,
you don't own your house already.
Sir, let me enlighten your darkness.
Every issue
And
this
last
solve,
month, I
No,
got down
the
here.
reason why
Well,
I
your
don't
own
own a house
houses.
yet is because I don't my things them don't materialize and I'm still young.
And that is my point. That is my
I'm
point.
registered and
We
paying my
have been
taxes,
a
and I
house
have to be 2
crisis
years
in Jamaica
paying
in
my
this
taxes
year.
consistently.
Sir, where you get the crisis from? Where you get that from? Which part you read that? Tell me,
All right,
because
so-
me love reading, so tell me where you get it from. Because I went there. I don't work for Jamaicans. I work for the United States
All right,
government.
you love read, Google it.
While living
All
in
right.
Jamaica. So tell
Things
me
I
which
love
part me
read.
go.
Things I love read. See if Google agree with you. Just Google it. Google if Jamaica have a housing crisis right now.
Right now.
Yeah, Google it.
Right now. I used to become a good
Do
thing.
that right now for my other phone. Give me a second. Does you?
Yeah. Make Google.
Is
Let me see
Jamaica
if Google agree with you.
having a housing crisis? Because I must think say you're gonna come talk about my prime minister in 2025 about housing.
No, this is what about housing and the people, you know. I never say anything about any prime minister. You know, clearly don't understand what the running of the government is about. It's about people. I don't care about the leader. I'm talking about house crisis and I'm talking about people. I don't call nobody name, nor care about them. We are the government. So I could be talking about Angelis.
Me and look feet. Because you say yes. You say yes. Me want understand. Right? So let me look and read out of the 2 years that my God give me.
Boy, so I don't know how you were managed today. Don't know how you went to manage.
No, it's not me. No,
that intelligently now. So, oops. All right. So let's put it that Jamaica has, Jamaica has.
I try to be honest, you know. I don't try to be dishonest.
Listen, please and thank you. Yes, Jamaica has an housing crisis, but is the problem being looked at and trying to be fixed? Yes, it is. How is it doing that? The Prime Minister is developing various housing schemes in order to fix this problem. As such, people are now able to own homes in the country of Jamaica.
All right. She answer you. Let me go sit down. Me come for you now because she go for me.
Hold on. Let me respond to her. You next.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, guys. Sir, so let me tell you something. It's full background now. It's you. Whatever problems Jamaica faces today were not problems that existed since 2016. Jamaica never had a housing
Those
problem.
are problems that existed before, and housing crisis is not even a Jamaican issue. It is a global issue, and that is why you have globalization.
Let me tell you.
It cannot be using global issue to compare to the country of Jamaica, because even the first world countries are having a housing crisis, a housing demand. It is not a Jamaican issue or a political issue. It is a global issue. The rise in the price of the real estate market. It is not a Jamaican issue. It is a global issue. And that is why you have globalization.
And not only that.
All right. Hold on, Mr.
Hold on. After you say all of that, why you leave out? Hold on. She says something. Can I respond?
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. No. Hold on, sir. Hold on. As your economy expands, brother, as your country grows, the demand for housing becomes greater. What you are calling a crisis is demand. People are now able to purchase houses. People who couldn't afford it before are now able. So what you will have is demand, not a crisis, demand. For example, bread. If people can't buy bread, sir, demand for bread goes down. If more people can buy bread, then the demand will go up. It is as a result, sir, of the economic development of the country, the prosperity of people, why you are seeing greater demand for housing. Your argument.
I want to read something to you, Mr. Neighbor, when you're done.
The argument of the young man is not well thought of.
It's fair. Because it says right here, right now, it says the government of Jamaica has created more avenues to ensure the housing needs of the nations are addressed. Prime Minister Dr. Holness said it's been done through strategic and result-driven approach to increase supply of affordable homes for Jamaicans across all levels. Then it says the main problem of housing in Jamaica is the supply of house. If you really want to make an impact on housing, you have to deal with the supply of housing. You have to actually build more houses, and the government is building more houses for the Prime Minister stated. Dr. Andrew Holness highlighted that the National Housing Trust, NHT, and the Housing Agency of Jamaica has a mortgage bank, and the new social housing program that are working together to close houses gap by supporting land access, mortgage, finance, and housing construction, especially for low-income earners. Sir, stop talk and go read for yourself. We do have a housing issue, but it's not because...
Somebody asking for the source, and I can tell you the source is either on the Prime Minister's website or PM, because I went and saw that it's out.
And I went onto the NHD website, and I went on the Prime Minister's page a while ago, just the same, to see what housing is. You guys are literally thinking that because some persons are not living in a one pretty house, it's a crisis. It is not. The houses, as soon as them done bill, people buy them because the economy is growing, and because the economy is growing, people can now afford house. When you go talk about house, sir, think about the fact that people are buying them more quick and fast. Look at Angel Estate, almost empty right now, because as soon as it's done, people moving at them because they can afford to buy a home now. Stop talking nonsense. You sound like one big, you know what?
Hold on.
Yeah, exactly, neighbor, which is why I'm glad that you gave me a chance. Now, the ladies are doing excellent, neighbor. And just as how Kimmy said it and how you said it, so Jamaica is not having, even if Google says it like that, Jamaica is not having a housing crisis. We're having a high housing demand. So there are a lot of people now searching for houses to be bought and also places to build houses. So we're not having a crisis per se, as if people cannot find nowhere to live, not having money to buy a house nor start one. That's not the situation that the term crisis represents. That's not it. So when he comes here with that type of misleading information, neighbor, it is because they're not understanding words when they hear them from the opposition leader, and they just run with it. So just like what they did at Hero Circle, Remote, and a lot of other comrades, neighbor, they just run with what they hear. They don't dig into what they hear. And the reality is showing that Jamaica does not currently has an housing crisis. We have a high housing demand, because the lives of people are getting better. Jamaicans are enjoying a higher spending power, and the PMP cannot do nothing for Jamaicans to disbelieve what is happening.
we go use the leisure activity across Jamaica as well to qualify that. Look, there are a lot of improvement happening in Jamaica, and it a trickle down to the common man. And the fastest way, if you know if the common man are the good or not good, you use the entertainment sector. And if that sector cries foul, the common man I feel the brunt in his pocket. Until the common man of that sector start cry foul, there are no hard times in Jamaica as the PMP presented. It exists, but not as though the PMP portray it.
The thing is,
the person who said, where is the Prime Minister's website? The Prime Minister's website is actually opm.gov.gm. So get your facts straight. That is, and what does OPM stand for? Office of Prime Minister. So if you're gonna come at somebody, make sure you're educated. And let me add this too. In order to understand politics, you must understand economics. If you don't understand economics, you can't understand politics. And what is economics? Economics is the study of supply and demand. If you don't understand about demand, then you cannot debate politics.
But put it in context of owning a bag juice company.
Debate politics.
Hold on, and then
do not come to people who are educated about certain information and you're not educated about another information. Be here to learn rather than try to discredit somebody else's intellect. Be a student. Always be a student.
So let me question the intellect now. So Law, these houses where you say Jamaicans are going out and purchasing, these houses are purchasing by low income earners?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Sir.
The people we are to run, the people we are when I run, I've been a partner job people buy them house there. Yes, partner job people.
We don't seem to understand the way how the government has made the housing solution. You can go NXT with $10 and get a house. And that you need to know. You can't go down with $10 Jamaican and get a house. What are you talking about? What are you saying? So read yourself and stop being brainwashed.
This is what I'm saying. Because you're mixing up open market and you're mixing up with NHT. They are two different things. But this is what I'm saying.
Never
let me make myself clear so I understand. I clearly said low income earners. You know what that means? They would need assistance to purchase houses. That's what it means. They're earning low income. I don't understand if you don't get the classification of low income earners.
That again. Low income in Jamaica is not 40,000 a month like one time. Low income in Jamaica means 64,000 a month. Like that.
All right, so if you're earning $64,000, that means you have 14 million in your bank account?
NHT is there to provide once you have a 9-to-5 or you're self-employed and your business is registered.
So how much NHT you
and you're paying taxes, NHT is willing to give you 9 million and you can negotiate with your bank.
9 million cannot purchase a house on the open market, lady.
Keller, guys, hold on, listen.
9 million cannot purchase a house on the open market.
Remote debates that I really, really like. Now, sir, low incomers in Jamaica can access a home solution through the National NHT. Offers various programs specifically designed to support low-income individuals in an active home ownership, including the grant and the Housing Microfinances Loan Program. They break down of how low-income earners can benefit. Home grant. NHT offers a home grant of up to $3.5 million, not $9 million, to eligible contributors. The grant especially for those earning up to $30,000 per week. Listen, sir.
It don't go over 14 million.
Jesus
it max. If all of the money where you go pull together with NHT you go assist you with, it don't go over 14 million. It's under 14 million. And you cannot purchase a house on the open market for 14 million. So NHT could assist you, your cousin, and your brother. You now get more than if you can purchase it on the open market.
Thank you, remote. Next time.
Yeah,
So
goodbye.
your math's not adding up.
all right.
Your math's not adding up.
Me sorry for them, you know, neighbor, me really sorry for them, you know. I swear to you, I'm sorry for them.
Let me just explain something. Guys, the young lady was correct in understanding economics. And you not only have to understand economics, you have to understand economies of scale. Economies of scale. If your economy expands, it's going to create demand for goods and services. Housing is a goods. If people are working, people are earning, there is a demand for goods and services. Services are hospital care, therapy, all of that. There is a multiplier effect that you have to understand. Its consequence as a result of. So, for example, when the government rationalize the public sector and give these people huge increases, what do you think them do with the money? Buy patty and bread? No. You see it on the road. Buy cars. The amount of cars that are there. So there is going to be a demand for cars. There is going to be a demand at hotels.
My God.
There's going to be a demand for housing. Check courts and see if they're not selling more furniture. There's going to be a demand for various other things because there is more money available. You know something else? Even the cost of land in Jamaica is going to go up because there is a demand for land. Your rent may go up because when there is a demand for housing, people raise their rent because people need it, and then people are able to pay. So you have to broaden the discussion and
And because of this, why you think the housing prices in Kingston is so high? No matter the house could have been a one bedroom, people still are renting 50, 60, 70. So because the demand is high in Kingston for rental houses. On the other hand, if you go into a rural area like maybe St. Elizabeth, you can get a one bedroom, or Clarendon, you can get like a one bedroom for 30,000. Because why? The demand is not as high.
Yeah, the demands, neighbor. Sorry, the demands are more urban.
Hold on, Gustav. There is no crisis for housing. Crisis means that people are living on the streets.
Exactly.
Crisis means that people are catching up a piece of board and a piece of zinc to live. We do not have a housing crisis in Jamaica. What we have in Jamaica is a high demand for housing, and this high demand is going to affect the prices because where demand is high and the supply is a little, short, it affects prices. That is not government, brothers. That is a function of the market. That's how the market operates. And so that is why the government is not able by itself to supply the housing. It can't. That is why you have private developers. And you can't set the price of the private developers. They set their own prices. What the government is doing is trying to use the state by increasing fund partnerships so that people are able to afford these houses on the housing markets too. Okay? I hope that helps you a little bit. Go ahead, Delroy.
It's not the first time he would have come on any live. This is not the first time I've heard Remote spoke about this crisis. This is not the first time I've heard him said anything at all about as it relates to why he wants a change. No, the first time when he came, I think Prime Global was there and they were asking him some question, and it's the same thing. He could not answer the question, and so it all begs me to say, we the Jamaican people who is running up and down behind Mark Golding is just campaigning on two words that they would say, either all boss, or they would have said something else, and it hold them housing crisis, hold them Things like that would have held them. When it is that you're going to talk, you need to understand that you can't come here or go on anybody's live and talk things and you don't have facts to back it up. You are talking, and you're not telling us where you're getting your sources from. You're not telling us what is going to happen if they should win. Stop, focus on what you hear Mark Golding says and read for yourself. We're living in a time when we can read for ourselves. We're reading a time if you can't read, ask your grandpicnic for read, or ask your picnic for read, and make them break it down and explain it to you. Because at this time we should not be doing this. I don't believe we should be sitting down and having a discussion like this.
Frank Global, I'm coming to you here. I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I just a minute to give me. And context matters, neighbor. Context matters a lot. I mean, context matters big time because factor number one. Now, for the one strongholds of the PMP that they would have had control of, neighbor. Not everyone in these constituencies, whilst they were being underdeveloped, would have also shaped an underdeveloped mind or mindset. A lot of these people, or some of these people, would have been forward thinkers and want to go up the social mobility ladder. After doing so, neighbor, they would have moved from those era, them rural area there, gone into the urban areas, and Kingston and them places, which remember, Kingston are one of Jamaica's parishes. So when people leave from the second largest parish like St. Elizabeth, where PMP did have control of the Northeast, the 31 year, a lot of these people will get themselves upskill and literate and go up the social mobility ladder. They might go on houses buy in a Kingston area because now these people left out of the underdeveloped areas that were underdeveloped by PMP by design and now as a light. So them people them want to buy houses and them as a light. So it goes to show say the development in Jamaica is real. So when the PMP attack like say we have a crisis, we don't have a crisis, we have a high demand for houses because the government has just done so well. More men are working at the police force, most of them by NHT house, a whole heap of them buy it. A lot of nurse buy it, a lot of teacher buy NHT house. So therefore, the government increase in the public sector wages. Of course, the people that can buy house and afford it. So therefore, the demand seat go up. So I don't know what people like remote get for them understanding from in terms of the situation or assessment of the situation.
Gustav, I think that sometimes it requires a little bit of exposure and teaching, and I think we have.
Yeah, man.
Hold on a little bit here, sir. Apostle?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Neighbor, thank you so much for inviting me on your program.
Yes.
One second, neighbor, add Uncle Winston.
Winston coming up. We can't take so much people at once. You hear? He's coming. Go ahead. Go ahead, Apostle.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned something about exposure. Because if you live in one area, you could never understand what is moving on in that area. I live in the United States for over 40 years.
Yes.
And I never heard the government will say, I'm going to find houses for people.
Yes.
And when I hear this in Jamaica, that the government is interested to put people in houses, it gives me a big thumbs up. I'm looking to migrate back to Jamaica, and the demand for land is so expensive because there's a demand.
Correct.
But what I realize is that the more you do good is the more people tell you do bad. And I've seen under this Andrew Holness administration encourage us here in the United States to come home. Before I leave Jamaica, you said it was a houses crisis going on there. So this has been from way back. That's what housing crisis. But now I can see where the government is doing so much things trying to get people into houses.
Don't you agree with me, sir, that if the economy expands, you're going to have greater demand for not only housing, but for quality housing?
Of course.
Yes.
Because demand is an engine that runs behind the economy.
Yes.
And if you don't study economy to know what's the engine behind it, you will totally lost. Anybody could come tell you stupidness.
Correct.
So you have to learn the economy.
It's economic literacy we need, sir.
Thank you. That's it. And if these politicians, and I like how Holness teach you about the economy of how our economy runs. If the economy do good, everybody do good. If the economy sucks, everybody going to suffer.
Quite frankly, sir, if the economy contracts, there's going to be less demand for housing. As a matter of fact, my children will move back home. They can't afford the rent and the mortgage. They lose their job. So those houses remain empty. You see what I'm saying to you? If the economy contracts, the cars on the road will be less. People are going to park them. Banks will repossess them. You understand what I'm saying? If the economy contracts, the man who sell patty will sell less patty because people have got to eat more dumpling. If the economy contracts, KFC will not sell as much chicken because people will cook at home.
Yes.
That's what it means. So as the economy expands, sir, there is greater demand for every striking thing, even the barber. You know, sir, you talk to these ladies online. Ask them how often they go to the hairdresser now. When things are tight, you comb your hair at home. When things are tight, the guys don't go to the barber every week. They go every 2 weeks. That's how the economy works.
Appointment, go to two of them no neighbor. Appointment, go to the nail tech. Appointment, go to the barber. Appointment, go to the hairdresser.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That's so true. And you know, neighbor, right here in America, the prices of rent, the prices of homes are so expensive. I was listening to this financial teaching recently, and the man was teaching us about what they will do. It's like an engine running behind the economy. He said they will ice the price up for the house to basically to cover like certain kind of money that's running, that's shorted like taxes. And that's what they will do. But what the young man said, the Jamaica taxes, but I don't see that is happening in Jamaica where I'm seeing the taxes going up. The taxes leveled. So he told me that the government in Jamaica is doing something very fair for the people.
I point one more thing out, sir, in this financial illiteracy in Jamaica. One of the things that people do not realize, you see, is that Jamaica is a small economy in a global village.
Yes.
And that we do not produce a lot here to be very competitive. And so I hear the Prime Minister with this mantra about productivity. We don't understand how productivity affects prosperity. We want to be prosperous, but we're damn lazy, you know, sir.
Thank you.
You understand me? And so there is a correlation between what you output and inputs, because government run the countries from taxes. If the economy don't expand and grow, even prices that you hear people talking about, sir, inflation and all these things and cost of living. You know, I see the PNP with a deceptive thing, and them are going to threaten me all they want, but I'm going to tell the people the truth. Where they come with this basket, the basket of goods and services that you see them come with, it's a lie.
Deceive.
It's a deceptive thing, because what you have in the basket, sir, are just the food. The cost of food. It's not only the cost of food that measures the CPI, Consumer Price Index. It's not only the cost of food, sir. Yes? And the fact of the matter is that you have to match inflation with wages. So my understanding is that what the minimum wage in 2016 was $6,200. It is now $16,000. And my understanding is that $16,000 today can buy more than what $6,200 could buy in 2016. How much patty could $6,200 buy in 2016? How much patty? And how much patty can it buy now? Go and do the maths.
Importantly too, neighbor, importantly, you know, a lot of people, and that's what I like about the Prime Minister we have now, the way how he explains and also expatiate after explaining. So neighbor, he also makes Jamaica make Jamaica know, say, look, yes, we might do very good here as a government, but we're still vulnerable to shocks from foreign. So the shocks from foreign can defeat our best efforts out here sometimes because of our low productivity level, and because we depend on foreign a lot, not only the finished goods, but also raw material for our existing productive sectors. So even if Jamaica were to become more productive, but we depend heavily on international raw material, and then the forward and backward linkage chain get disrupted. Of course, it's about disrupt the supply chain, and when supply chain get disrupted, we know what that means for the demand and supply thing. So what people don't understand is the same thing where you say economics, but not only local economics, but affairs of international economics is important to Jamaicans as well, or must be important to them.
For example, the Ukraine-Russia war
yes, sir,
affects the price of grain because
wheat.
Ukraine was one of the world's largest producer of grain. Yes, and oil. We don't produce oil here, man.
Yes, sir, and also one of the largest suppliers of the world's wheat. Them that up there in terms of largest supply in the world market with wheat.
Yeah, let's wrap up with Apostle and then go to Frank. Apostle, are you through, sir?
Yes, sir. Just finally, I just want to say to every Jamaican that listening to my voice,
yes,
education is very important. Education. You got to educate yourself. You got to understand what you are dealing with. And I really and truly love the path that Jamaica is moving. I had a big discussion with one of my family here, talking about the Prime Minister robbing money, Prime Minister this and that. I said to him, if you even get another man in power, it's the same thing they're going to say. Same thing. So what you have there, work with it. Jamaica is on the move. It is moving like it's on steroid. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love even when the Prime Minister speaks. He speaks from his heart to the people.
Are you a pastor?
Don't know, yes, I am. I have a church in Atlanta.
You have a church in Atlanta? Well, that's fantastic. What's the name of the church?
Holy Ghost Fire Fivefold Movements.
Wow. Lovely.
Yes, sir.
You're a Jamaican.
You can follow me because, yeah, Jamaican.
Yes, I absolutely will follow you. Send me
I'll send a link. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And when I I'll come to the church.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, sir. God bless you.
That's
Yes,
fantastic.
sir. Thank you all for listening.
Pray
Keep up the good work, sir.
Pray for us before you leave, Pastor.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Father, we thank you for this afternoon. We thank you for neighbor on this platform. Jehovah, Jamaica is heading to an election. Father, you are the one that knows all things. I pray in the name of Jesus that this election will be a fair election. There will be no bloodshed.
Yes.
I pray in the name of Jesus that any altar that you are building, trying to strive up war, I cancel it in the name of Jesus. Jehovah, I pray for this land of my love, Jamaica. I pray that everyone will be unified. I pray in the name of Jesus Christ that any veil that's over the people's eyes, any false information, I pray in the name of Jesus that, Father, you will reveal things. Bless Jamaica, bless brother neighbor, bless everyone that listens to the sound of my voice. We bless you now.
Pray for the Prime Minister, sir.
Father, I pray for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness. Jehovah, is not easy to lead people. It's not. But Father, I pray that you will continue. I would say, pray for our leaders. And I pray for both parties too. Come on now, both parties. Yeah. I pray for Prime Minister Andrew Holness. I pray for Mark Golden. I pray in the name of Jesus Christ that these two men will come united and work together. I pray, dear Father, even for the Prime Minister family, that Father, you will continue to strengthen him, lead him in the right path for righteousness. I pray and I cover him under the blood of Jesus. No weapon that fashioned against him will prosper. Father, I pray and I send back every curses back to the sender of this man. Bless him now. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. God bless you, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you, Apostle. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Let's take an offering now before you leave. Let's take an offering. Yes, time to throw your offering. All right, all right. Let's continue with the calls. Let's continue with the calls. Navi, thank you for staying. Kalara,
Hello, neighbor.
hi. How are you?
I am back from suspension.
Who suspended you?
The people on here, they said I should take a break and recuperate and come back.
Recuperate from what?
No, from I don't know, just the outbursts and the behavior, and also some people said I should not come back on neighbors live. So I tell them to be here. What I'm gonna do now?
Okay. You have brought a new friend with you, new friend with you, Kalera. Lovely.
Yes, that's a new person to the gang.
Yes, it's a gang.
Yes, it's a gang.
Gang of how many?
It's a gang. When since it's a gang, Navi.
What a fantastic.
You know, hear the people them say them are blood and fire comrades. Them ready for fight. So it's a gang this.
Yeah.
Obviously they're going to fight a gang. So maybe I think the JLP is a gang now because them say them are blood and fire comrades and they're marching.
But now, why is it that the criticisms have affected you so much?
Wait, repeat, neighbor.
Why is it that their criticisms are affecting you so much?
Because you guys don't want me to answer them. Yeah, you guys are saying that I should not participate in such degrading.
Remember, educated people don't diss in like uneducated people. If you're gonna diss somebody because of your high IQ level, you're going to give them it educate. Very
yes,
educated.
I know, but also I am just Kalar, I am just human and I'm very petty. That's one of my character flaws. And I think it's coming out name and everybody gets it. I'm very petty. No matter what, even though I try to rise above the fray, at the end of the day, it's just in me. I'm very petty. They're just, and it's not only people on here have told me, like in real life, neighbor, people have said that I have some issues that I need to deal with, and why am I this way? But I don't know why am I this way, but I try to fix it, but then I just go off the rail sometimes, and I understand, and I try to stay a student as Kalari said, but sometimes I'm very, I don't want anyone to tell me anything or stuff like that. I'm very like that, and I'm very somebody said
what is the value of education? Not to separate you and help you to reason and to develop emotional intelligence.
Maybe I will tell you off the air what. Yeah, I have some difficulties when it comes to. I'm on the spectrum. I always like to say. I'll make it publicly. So there's.
You're on the what?
I'm on the spectrum.
Spectrum?
Yes.
I'm also autistic too.
Yes.
Well, I'm misdiagnosed.
Yes, I am.
No, actually, I feel like I'm autistic, but that was I feel like the psychiatrist misdiagnosed me for borderline personality disorder. But I don't feel like it determined because autistic persons are very smart. So yeah.
So yes, I will make you publicly know that I am on the spectrum. So there's a certain level of emotional intelligence that I haven't gotten there yet, and I understand.
Don't go any further with that. The fact of the matter, though, is that you have to develop emotional intelligence in order to navigate criticisms. And let me tell you something that I've learned about criticism. That criticism is never to be taken as negative. Just say a criticism, and if somebody makes criticism or criticizes you, then that criticism criticism can make you better. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to say that, you know, neighbor, I hear Margolin. You know that Margolin is a very brave man.
He's a brave man.
Yes, he's very brave. You know why I say very brave? Because he goes around this island talking about housing crisis and uncaring government. When his constituency is the definition of what it means to have an uncaring MP, having a housing crisis, just the basic amenities for basic needs and life are not in his constituency. So he's a very brave man to go out and say this stuff to the country when his constituency is one of the worst in this country. So how, you know them say you have to dance a yard before you dance abroad. So how are you on stage is dancing and marching on the victory when your constituency is in shambles? Everything, every crisis in Jamaica can be said about your constituency. As you said, there's a crisis, there's a housing crisis, this, that. Everything can be said about your constituency. So how are you going on a show? You're going on a political. How are you going on your comedy show on your political platform and saying these things? When your host
is a comedy show they putting on there, man.
You know, see them have every day. Them have a new comedian. They take turns to start the show. You know, like you have a new lead every day. Yes, that's it. But I want to highlight one thing, neighbor. You know that their regional chairman for the PNPYU. There's a video going on with her publicly saying she did not stutter. She did not stutter when she said she don't know why young people are joining the Jamaica Labour Party. And in that same breath she said young people in the Jamaica Labour Party gets treated better. Neighbor, I always talk about body language. I want you to play that clip and just see the interviewer's body language and also the person there. You see, after she said that, I think when the wheels started turning her head and say, I actually said that out loud because she was speaking from her heart. The follow up of that so that she realized that she shouldn't have said that out loud because whatever she said after was just her blabbering. You know, but I just want people to know that when we get on here and say these things, there's certain aspects. Majority of the aspects are not just about party tribalism or anything like that. These are the realities we are facing, and this is reality. So when you have someone from their party coming out to say that, just solidifies everything that we've been saying, so they can't deny that. And I hear them trying to spin. No matter how them try to spin, they can't spin their way out of that one. And if you're wondering why the youth are supporting the Jamaica Labour Party, I think your Region 5 chairman of the PNPYO said it best. The comrades don't support this generation, and we won't be supporting them also.
Okay, let's see if we have any callers online that want to come up. I think let's go for we're coming to you, Winston. We're gonna just clear the box coming up to you. Ypri Kalera is staying with us for the entire program. So is Navi, young Ypri, are you here? Good afternoon, sir.
Never, sorry, I'm just listening. I don't know how I get up there. Sorry, I'm just listening.
Yeah,
you can take me.
Right here.
Go ahead.
Navi, I'm stuck. Navi, I'm stuck right here. But anyways, the person in the chat who is trying to say about Navi, I can't, or my intelligence. You're insulting my intelligence. Let me. You know how you got you've been insulting my intelligence from the moment you start typing in that comment section. And then next thing, you cannot be defending the PNP party and then you're underneath a fake page. That don't look right. Come, be bold. Be bold about your decision, my dear. Be bold. Be bold and strategic about your decision. Promote your party, but don't promote it underneath a fake page. That don't look cool. That don't look cute. Just like how we as JLP supporters are bold and we stand to what we believe in. Be bold and don't be behind a fake page promoting your so-called party. Come out and be bold, make we see your face.
Huh. Wow. Okay, let's get Uncle Winston up to you now. Kalira, here is your Uncle Winston. Go ahead, Uncle Winston. Uncle Winston? Uncle Winston? Well, Uncle Winston not there yet. Royal here. Hello? Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Uncle Winston, are you there?
Yes, neighbor, I am here.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I hear your young people taking me to class.
Yes, sir.
But the young man who came on early on, by the name of Remote, sometimes last night, listening to Tari, I felt so proud.
Yeah.
But listening to Remote today, it leave a bad taste in my mouth, to say the least.
Yes.
You know, sometimes I have a question. Is it our education system failing us? Or is it politics have too much of an influence on us? I don't know what is which.
A little bit of both.
Because listening to Kalarara and Navi and Tari, we see that the education system is not a failure.
Yes.
You know, neighbor, this young man said that he voted for the Prime Minister 2 times, that is 2016 and 2020. He said the first time that he voted for the tax break. The Prime Minister has fulfilled the promise concerning the 1.5. He's also fulfilled the promise of no user fee at the hospital for certain level and at the school. Okay? The Prime Minister follow up on top of that, where he have given the largest public sector increase in the history of this country. The Prime Minister also gave back a tax break last year, where he gave back $20,000 to certain sector of the society. At this moment, he's also have another $1 billion to distribute to another sector of the society. And all of this is tax give back. The Prime Minister have consolidated 10 consecutive budget, and there's no new taxes.
Yes.
So Remote lost me when he said he voted on the promise of the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has fulfilled all that commitment, but in turn against him. When I hear the Prime Minister explain concerning the amount of housing units that are already built, are under construction, and those that are at the incubator state, meaning those where the drawing is being doing and the survey and etc. and NIPA have to do their part, etc. will total 70,000 houses. And that will be the most administration I've ever done since independent Jamaica.
You know, so I think that the PNP has... Is that good English? Yeah, well, let's work with it. I think the PNP has sent people over here to comment it, to pull up the comment with views. Why this man not stop texting in the comment? Brother? Go ahead.
Can I say something, neighbor? You know that I heard some of the PNP, well, somebody told me yesterday, because you know yesterday I was very upset. But anyways, Somebody said that they are now criticizing the government, saying that they are the propaganda machine because it came from the horse's mouth, saying that they think their message is not getting there. But I want to say how long they thought the lies was gonna run for. How long? And I think many people are saying that, oh, the party is not doing enough. Well, I would like to tell them that even the PMP thinks the party is in overdrive right now because their message is not getting how far they want it to be. And I say, that the party did not come on here with any propaganda. We just presented the truth. And there are certain aspects that you can't deny because, you saying that Andrew Holness did this, and then you have the proof that he didn't. So why we don't have to produce anything? And I think that's one of their biggest problem now. They have to constantly go back in their brains trying to find something to say.
Yeah.
They're trying to find something to say. They can't produce at the level that they were doing because each time they say something, you have someone who is maybe not even connected to a party coming up and say there's no such thing like that going on.
And
the Prime Minister said that you can't say this is happening and you don't have proof to show the people. And he's showing the people. He's telling them, and they can also see it. So, of course, they're going to relate to it.
And the other point I want to make concerning housing, neighbor.
Yes.
The Prime Minister also relate to us that if you are earning $30,000 per week, you are eligible to own a housing trust house. And the interest payment will be 1.5%.
Yes.
Right? And let me say this to you, neighbor. I am a builder by profession for more than 30 years. Right? And not because I say I'm 30 years, I'm not that old. I'm in my early 50s. And somebody who is earning at $30,000 a week could not employ me to build a house for them. Because that could not pay me. Because when that person work a week, he only could have paid me for 1.5 days. If I'm going to do the work for them at their work, which should be the cheapest rate. You understand? So I could not work for that person. So when a person is earning $30,000 and the government made provision that that individual can own a house from the NHT, this is unheard of. Okay, sir? The cheapest for labor in construction is $5,000 a day for the laborer. Trademan pays anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000 a day.
What you saying to me?
Yes, the cheapest you can get a trademan work for you for now labor is around 12,000. And I'm going to drag him feet on you.
Per day?
Per day. Right? To do any form of trade work. So I don't understand remote was trying to get to. I don't know what is it that is looking from the government to do. I think this government, the only thing that Andrew Holness.
Half a chin? Hold on. Half a chin? Yes. Half a chin? Well, good afternoon, sir. Half chin? Are you there, sir? Half chin? No.
So neighbor, in closing, because she's not picking up.
Go ahead.
So in closing, neighbor, I do not know what remote is looking for. I just want to make the other point concerning the urban center and the real estate. There are 3 types of real estate in any country. You have low income real estate, middle income real estate, and the high-end real estate. The high-end real estate is to generate wealth. It is for wealth creation. Right?
Yes.
Therefore, the urban center that built out by St. Thomas is over $6 billion being invested there.
Yes.
Right? It is a high-end real estate development. And for a country to have wealth and to become wealthy, you have to invest in high-end real estate that is going to last 100 years or more.
Like hotels?
When government do this type of investment, who is it that the government is trying to attract? Offices, that big companies that can afford to rent these spaces, right? So $10 million per month for the for whatsoever rent they are talking about by the urban center. I do not see that as an astronomical rate, because what happened is this is it's a revolving thing, you know. It's a revolving thing. So while the government can make these spaces and rent them out, whether government rent some of the spaces them same way, but it's a revolving fund. So it will make a profit so the government can have fund to go and do another site. That's how it operates. But if the government make up the space and have it closed up and nobody no rent or whatsoever, it's a waste of our investment.
Yes.
You understand me? See Brian's plazas at the end of Eastwood Park Road, where the Minister of Justice is. That building is over for $30 million a month.
To rent it?
To rent it, where the Minister of Justice is.
Oh,
so I don't understand these people. And remember that the richest entity in any country is the government. The richest entity in every country is the government. So the private sector depend on the government. When they make the high-end real estate investment, they depend on the government to rent these spaces.
Yes.
It's the recurrent expenditure of a country that keep the country propelling. That's why you call it recurrent expenditure. Meaning it continue to propel the economy.
Talk to them, uncle.
That is not hard to understand. And this is a young man who have gone to high school, exposed to computer. I don't know how to use a computer. And I have never been to an high school.
You have never been to a high school, sir?
No, I don't have a secondary education. I went to an early school, and after that, I went and learned my skill.
Hold on. You don't have a high school education?
No, sir.
Uncle Winston?
Early school, I go from grade 1 to grade 9. And after that, I go and learn my trade. And when I was about 32, I went back to Heart and certified.
What?
Yes,
so we learn all these things about?
All I do, neighbor, is read. I usually practice myself to read 4 or 5 hours a day. Not in the day, but at night. I usually read at night. Before a smartphone come in, what I usually do is read.
Okay. Well, that's commendable, sir.
It's really hurt me to hear this young man come on here, sir, and speak in so much hogwash. He is so brainwashed. There's nothing tangible that Mark Golding has put on the table. Nothing at all. No young Jamaican cannot come to me and say, Mark Golding has put this on the table and it's so logical that we can develop a reasoning around it. Not even reasoning you can develop around what Mark Golding put on the table.
Yes, sir. I'm impressed with you, Winston. You are an example to many, sir. I can't
Everything that Mark Golding utter out time mouth at this time is illogical. And that's a fact. When him ever come to Portland and come talk about go mine up Buff Bay River and go dump up one piece of swampland round so. Portland, I believe Portland must have the most waste empty land to granite in Jamaica. Portland only has about 73,000 people reside here. The amount of empty land here, prime real estate. And before you develop prime real estate, just about 5 miles away from him, I know which part almost 1,000 acres of land I sell. Prime real estate in a Buff Bay, in and around Buff Bay town. Are you going to talk about dump up swamp? Figure build house? More than 1,000 acres of land just in and around Buff Bay town. Prime real estate up for sale. But you choose to talk about you're going to dump up wetlands to put house in? Tell me where that makes sense. Other people in the back, neighbor, so let me give them a chance. Thank you for having me.
Well, sir, you have me awestruck, I must tell you. You're a very good, fantastic man.
Good.
Stella, fascinating stuff here on Politics Plus today. Why she not even know that she's up here? You're Stella Pearson, how are you doing? All right, let's talk to Soji. All right, Uncle Winston. We are going to Calera. Yeah. We're gonna end with you and Navi. Just hold on. Yeah? Soji?
Where you going, neighbor? Where you going, neighbor?
Take time. Take your time. Where you going, soldier?
Well, we're there, man, you know.
Get up on the battlefield. Get up on the battlefield.
You can't. Never stop, man. Never stop. From me put on the uniform, always. Always up on the battlefield.
You know, see they coming after me, sir?
Listen, they are coming after everybody. I see them posting some things on TikTok, and I'm like laughing because I know it's sinister. I laugh when I see it. I'm saying, hey, listen, that's what they do. Remember, two men come up and say them will sue me, you know. Now wait on them and know. I'm have to retrace them step, but because I am not into the politicking, I would have just send them a lawsuit, but I have no time for that. To try to spread propaganda on me. So that is what they do. That is what they do. When they are threatened, they go after the source. We're not really afraid. It is either, you know, neighbor who would have learned to go on and on. So it's either. Lawrence Rose say they will not. He will not be what?
I have made my listeners aware that I have had many, not a lot, but quite a few threats. They want the program to be discontinued, sir. Yeah.
But who are they? The minority. They can say and do what they want to do, man. Listen, neighbor, let me tell you something. I would have put my life on the line for 8 years for this country. And if I should put it now, it's no problem. I will continue because it's just what it is. It is what it is.
I thought that we would have moved away though from this type of politics. That people were free in a free and fair democracy to express their views, free from intimidation.
But the thing is, when desperation, that's what desperation do. When you're desperate, they say a drowning man hold on to what? So it is desperation for the PMP, whether you like it or not. So whatever they can do, I try to do. That's what they're gonna do because there's no way out for them. You understand me? It's a sinking ship.
That when you get these intimidatory things, make it public.
Yes, you should.
So that if anything happens, people know.
Necessary.
Yeah.
Because one man come up and I was on Squitty Live and come jump and say, yes, and I call him name, say him a this and him a that. And he get a voice note. And me not say nothing, man, them start quiz him. Cause I know what I know. Because I tell you something, neighbor. What I never try to do is to bring down anybody. Whatever I come here and talk or any live, it's a fact. I'm talking. I don't talk here, say I don't deal racism or color. I come here and talk about the country going forward. We don't need to. Because this government would have done so much We don't have to talk anything bad. We don't have to talk negative about the opponent because they are not really relevant.
We are living in a country, sir, where tribalism is high, and where the people, if they are not told the truth, can believe the lie.
Yes, and that is what used to happen, neighbor. That is what used to happen. That's what used to happen. Because remember, it was just 2 news stations spewing out the lies, and nobody was there to fact check them. So the nation can keep them for a long period of time. Remember that, neighbor? Remember, yeah. It was a setup. Cognitive dissonance in Jamaica. And Soji, I think we need a revolution in this country. Now. Is your background, sir? I think we need a revolution. Mm-hmm.
A revolution when it comes on to information and education.
So
some people about here too backward, man.
And neighbor, and I'll maybe beg for differ a bit. Watch this now, neighbor. Is there everybody have a choice in this life?
Yes, sir. But how can we be so tribalistic to deny that crime is wrong for me? How?
The truth, no, deny the truth, neighbor. You must say the truth.
How do you deny that poverty has been cut in half? How do you deny that?
Neighbor, may answer that. Neighbor, may answer that from my experience.
Hold on.
Let me answer that.
And this is not people at the bottom, sir.
Yes.
These are so-called intelligent people with degrees.
Yes.
Denying it, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Neighbor, you know what?
Neighbor is good for this country.
Yes, how do you deny that?
How do you deny that? Because neighbor, I get upset when we talk about it.
You say Satin is in the office of the Prime Minister because you don't want to believe the truth.
Mm-hmm. Neighbor, let me tell you how some people deny the truth.
Hold on, Gustav. It's like some man love a woman so much that him a get burned and him come in and see the man in the house. And the girl
turn a blind eye.
The girl says the plumber.
Yes.
And you don't have no pipe. You don't have no pipe in there, you know. You don't have no pipe leak, but she tell you say I plumber did it. I plumber. But you're not idiot, sir. Yeah.
Neighbor, you know the people out there, neighbor. See the reality and the truth, and just as I say, educated people, them look on you and look on me and tell me, say, neighbor. The people them say if them see the truth and accept it and call it out as truth, them a betray the party. Say no loyal man to PMP can't do that. So them have to see the truth and deny it because of political loyalty. Me have all a friend who tell me say, no matter how good way slowly I do and Andrew Holness, boy, if his parents ever hear saying vote for Labour, right? They would have begged with him. Say them all say him let them down. He said with the blurs and skirt. Man say if him parents here say vote for Labour Party, him gonna let them down. Me I said let down your parents if vote for something we are going good.
That is where what you call they are driven by loyalty, sir.
Not fire.
Not loyalty, neighbor. Blind loyalty, because it's not loyalty is not that, sir. Loyalty is real like me. Loyalty is real to my friends and my family. Blind loyalty is mean you're going down a hole and you don't care what will happen to you. That is blind loyalty, sir. So it's two different things. It's not loyalty. It's blind loyalty.
All right, we have to wrap up soon here. So
yes.
Let's take another minute or two, Soji, and wrap up.
Yes.
Then we close with Kalira and that.
So what I has been doing recently is that I compare. I have been comparing leaders, governments, and when I compare them, there's no comparison.
Yes.
To what the JLP government have done for this country. For instance, what we do have in a Mark Golden is someone who is in the House of Parliament who would have demonstrated against the poor. Nobody have ever done that before, never. Nobody has ever done that in Jamaican politics. Nobody. So that should have disqualified him totally from running for member of parliament in Jamaica, because he demonstrated against the poor. It's not me, sister, PMP paper, sister. So I don't want to feel like I'm me, sister. It's fact. It's there, printed. You can find it where you want it. When you look at the coming up crime from the 1962 to 72, the Jamaica Labour Party would have given PNP the crime rate at 145. Analyze. When they left office, 8-year time, it was 84. Go back to the JLP government, they took it back down in half, cut it to 439 when they left office. When they would have given PNP back, it ended up at 1600 plus. So what you would have seen is that the moral of the society and the moral decay of the society would have happened under the PNP every time. Because what they do not do enough for the people of the country. So the people of the country would have to seek a way out, turn into crime and violence, turn into hustling, whatever way they can. You understand? So it would have caused a decay in the society. So each time a JLP government come, they have to fix that. Because in every country that prospers, crime is at its lowest. Crime have to be under control. They have to. It's a must. And when a government can spend $94 billion, neighbor, in a security apparatus, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And and them now pay me for my information like them have to pay other people. Because me now let up, neighbor. I will always serve Jamaica, no matter what. I will always stand firm and salute this flag. Because Jamaica is a place I love dearly. With opportunity to leave every time. My parents live overseas, neighbor. But I choose to stay in Jamaica because I love Jamaica so much. You understand me? And I see progress in Jamaica in the last 9 years. A lot of progress. And I drive with my little son and I said, Daddy, how some of building a go up? Then if him can't see it, then what else? What do you want to tell me?
Brother Ron, you hear, sir?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself. One soldier could never be two. That's what they say. All right. Olympique, you have 3 minutes.
Yes, neighbor, I think I just joined the live, and I think I heard you saying that you're being threatened. I'm sorry to know that this is where we're at, but if you check history, sir, you'd have realized that every time that there's going to be a change in any country or system, there's always a set of people who don't want that to happen, and they'll do every and anything to silence anybody that they believe that is opening the eyes of others. Why do I say this? The media landscape has changed.
Yes.
Right? You have an audience, and your presentation is one of the few that would seem formal. I shouldn't say seem, that behaves in a formal way, behaves in a structural way that represents traditional media. Right? And you are giving information to people that are true and fact. Now, I would have worked in traditional media.
Yes.
Already realize how it works. And it leans to one side of the landscape in terms of politics.
Yes.
Now, because it does that, you are trying to bring a balance to it which should not exist.
Oh.
So that's where your fight will come from.
Well, sir, it has been quite enormous. I must tell you the truth. Sometimes.
And I am watching you. I am watching your body language. And I heard somebody said something to you some time ago about Mandeville.
Yes.
I will leave it right there. I won't say anything else.
Correct.
But I'm hoping that you're doing the correct things in order to safeguard yourself.
Yes.
And I leave it right there. Now, in the same breath, I am hoping that you're making a decision for your children and your children's children.
Correct.
Because Jamaica is at a point where it needs fair and balanced
people.
Yes.
There's a lot of time, a lot of evenings I don't really come up or talk. I watch what you're saying because it is information.
Yes.
And the information that you're presenting is a representation of Mutty Perkins.
Oh.
Yep. Even if you have a side, take it.
Yes.
But you're presenting the data as you see it.
Correct.
And you keep repeating the word about education, but we are not there yet. Because education don't mean just read and write,
Yes.
It requires having a practical experience and applying theory to practical.
Yes.
Or practical experience in order to garner the right balance to help the country to move forward.
And isn't that we want in a democracy, sir? I have not been able to push this idea that I believe that democracies ought to be inspired by literacy.
Exactly.
I can't see how people are going to vote, sir, and they don't know what they're going to vote for. that no make no sense.
No, because you are taking it now, neighbor, and I don't want to keep up the program, but you're taking it from that literal democracy level.
Yes.
But Jamaica is not fully there yet.
Well, I understand, sir, but and this is where media becomes so important.
Exactly.
Yeah, because what cannot be taught in the classroom, people are listening.
Exactly. That's another form of educating the people.
Correct.
The problem is that in 2000 and about 12 or 13, there's a merger that happens in the media landscape of Jamaica. It started in the 90s, but in the maybe about 2012, 2013,
yes,
there was a merger that occurred in the media landscape. And what it did, it created an unbalance in how the media presents itself.
Yes. So what you have now are opinions or journalists parading themselves like they are fair when they are literally carrying a party line.
Right, but that was the objective when the merger occurred. So it's not even about the journalists doing it. They don't have a choice because they are looking a job.
Yes.
And it started at the University of the West Indies.
Well, you know what they were called at one time.
Right, and that's where the problem is, because if you don't take a certain line, then you don't get a job.
What a failure of what is called the intelligentsia, sir.
Exactly. Okay.
You know, my brother, the people who have benefited from education, they have failed this country,
Miserably. Miserably.
And you know, many Jamaicans do not understand that there was a time when they went to the university on taxpayers' money.
Exactly.
Some of them never paid a cent, sir.
Exactly.
And now they come out and they don't use the information, the people.
No.
Right? It's the control and divide.
It's what I can do to make you look, and when I talk, you hear what I say. Because I am the educated one. And that's the foolishness that educated people are pushing on the Jamaicans.
And you know, Olympic way, especially during that 18 and a half years of PNP reign in Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Their performance was abysmal, sir.
But neighbor, you are a man of age, which is, I am early 50s, right?
Yes. You will army.
Huh?
You will army.
Yeah. All right. This is what happened during that time. The media was pushed back. And I know you read a lot. And one of the medium of controlling the mass is to control the media. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir. It's controlling what they see, what they read. As a matter of fact, not what they read, because they don't really read.
What they say. And anything they say, and if you notice the narrative that these educated people use, oh, I am a doctor, I am a journalist, I am a preacher, I am a... It's wrong. You don't have to tell people who you are, what your profession is.
Not the same way them use the polls, sir, and trick the people, sir. The polls. You remember those polls, sir?
I remember. And I'm going to go back to the 90s. You had a radio station in Mandeville that went down under, but it merged, don't it?
Yes.
There were a lot more radio stations that were independent and they were bought out, right? They were bought out, and the bought out started in the 90s. It ends either 2012 or 2014 when the newspaper, which had a radio station, merged with the #1 hearing radio station and the television station. So for me, that was a coup.
But you know, so I took a look at the all media survey, and I can tell you the truth. As much as we have maybe about 30 radio stations in Jamaica, it's just about 10 of them are right now, you know. I don't know how some of them manage.
No. Let me tell you something about that. You see, I have sitting board meetings with that thing, you know, neighbor, let me tell you something. It's not it's not only the survey that has a toll, you know. You see, right around the island, there are towers that the signals are transmitted from. And you see, the people who control those also control how you hear what you hear, you know. Do you know that?
No, sir, I didn't know that at all.
Okay, so there are certain radio stations and television stations, because of the geographic or the topology from which the signal come in terms of the transmission from various points. You have some radio stations that are high up on the top of the towers, some are in the middle and some are at the bottom. What does that do to your transmission? The highest one cover more.
I get you. The point though, Olympic Way, is that social media is beginning to compete largely with some of these radio stations.
They pass them, the social media pass them, neighbor.
But they pass them?
Yes. In 2013, I went to NAB, which is National Broadcasting Association of America. It keeps every year in Los Angeles, right? Where all the new technology of broadcasting comes out, right? And I sat in the boardroom and I tell my boss that the way we are transmitting signal for people, the next less than 5 years has to be changed.
Yes.
Never, a man like me should never left Jamaica, you know, because I have as much information to help broadcasting so much. But again, because of the system, you have to leave. You get me?
Yes.
There's too much that I had to contribute, but leave that alone. So what actually happened, you know, neighbor, is that we should have changed our medium of transmission so that here, what people have in their hands now, which is the phone, should be where the television's main transmission of signals are.
Yes.
And radio. And what I'm telling you should have done like 5-10 years ago.
So let me ask you a question. In terms of new people who want to go into media, would you advise them to, you know, peddle their wares on traditional media, or should they stay on social media?
Traditional media is important because you can merge both because of the production of what free-to-air and the internet provides. Jamaica is a very I'm gonna use mountainous place. So there are certain sections of Jamaica that still is gonna require free-to-air, and because of the by which that signal transmit, it will get into the nooks and crannies of Jamaica. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So as a result of that, free-to-air medium will play a part in Jamaica.
Is it like, pure business, like advertising and being paid for your product? Is that part of the consideration?
Yes, that is it. But if you notice, and that's where I was going with you, you see the source of advertising only focus in the corporate area. So the smaller radio stations need to be more diverse to compete. You see where I'm coming from?
But are they competing really?
No, they're not, because they just wait on few loaves of bread from the big guys in order to do advertisement, in order to have an advertisement. So they can't grow the business because they're still watching the bigger guys and not creating a niche market for themselves. Irie FM did that in the 90s, but they drop off. So it's you see where I'm coming from? How many cook shops and grocery stores and stuff like that is in Old Harbour?
Well, I don't know.
How much of them advertise on a radio station?
None.
Okay. Is there a market for them?
There is.
Okay. So is it that free to air is giving the people the truth of what it is, or it get caught up with the big guys and what the big guys want and keep the focus there so they can control what the media does?
Well, you know, sir. I'm just wondering whether or not it is clear that social media is very influential. I have been watching something in recent times that let's call a name here, and I mean no harm, that Cliff Hughes, when he comes on at 10 o'clock,
right,
is competing with at least 10 live shows on TikTok. At least 10.
Same, so yes. Yes.
And if each of these shows have 150 people, that's almost 15,000 people, sir. Cumulatively,
yes,
that are on social media.
Right.
And I don't think Hughes is doing 15. Well, I don't know. Maybe over free to air, maybe. The point is that if it was not for social media, his audience would have been much larger.
Exactly, but not only that, no, the interaction of social media has surpassed radio until free to air join with social media, which I see Cliff is doing it right now because he's up on TikTok now with his show.
Right.
So you know, neighbor, you need to tie with a radio station now to produce that same program.
You think so?
Yes. You I don't think, I'm telling you what. There are some programs in a neighbor, but that's what I don't want to talk. When my ears was with the head of the organization and some people want to show if it come out on ear, them carried come give me watch it, and then I would critique it, and then the next thing then turn big show.
Yes, we know that. Yes, sir.
You see, you know, me tell you exactly what you are doing. And I'm not being, me sit and me watch you before me talk to you.
Okay.
You need to join now with a radio station.
Take time with me head. Take time with me head.
No, I'm telling you the truth. Because you have the kind of leadership and the style, but you need a producer.
Yeah.
Right? You need a producer. I mean, know some people too, we can help you to get the show in that realm, that next stage. Because what you're doing here is huge, you know, neighbor. That is why you're coming up against these fires, you know.
You mean huge? Huge for who?
Neighbor, listen me again. You have reached across the globe.
This shows up?
You have 288 people that watch you. Have you ever asked them where people calling from?
Well, they're all over the world.
Good. And within an hour, if you constantly has 300 or 500 people watching you,
yes,
does that number change? Do you know where all these people are coming in from? Is it the same set of people?
All over the world, sir. Russia.
Exactly. Therefore, what I'm saying to you is that, because this is money, you know, we are talking about the money part, because right now, you need to bring in the revenue.
Well,
for yourself and your family and the people and this program. You get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's a balanced program. You're a talk show host. And what TikTok is doing, because they don't know how to merge TikTok on radio, you know, in a real way, you know, neighbor.
Okay.
What do I mean? You have 5 or 4 people right now on your live, but that signal, you through normal radio, you'd have to make a phone call in order to call in, don't it?
Very good, yes.
You don't need that no more. You take up a person, you drop a person, you talk to the person. You see how easy?
Yes. And not only that, but it is so interactive that you are seeing. It's
exactly where I was going. So kind of open up your headspace. You need somebody who knows sales, because you need to do something right on TikTok here, so too, you know. You need to start populate around you with some advertisement from companies, you know. You can start it right here, so you know. You see above your head there is not only TikTok money, but you need to do some research how you can advertise. I shouldn't even talk so much them thing. You need to give me a call.
Okay. All right. By the way, I sent you a message. I sent you a message and you don't have responded, man.
I am the worst with that, you know. You see, the phone,
yes.
If we get a call, me answer it quicker than how me answer anything else.
I don't have your number. I think you had sent me.
Go back and look. Go back and look in the TikTok, because I need to talk to you.
No, I think...
If not tonight, tomorrow.
You sent me a message and I responded, but I haven't heard from you at all.
You speak a little Spanish? You speak a little... You understand anything in Spanish?
Me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, you bet I do. Give me a second there, Winston. I'm just taking a call here. Give me a second. Oh, no, it's not Winston. It's actually Olympic Way. It's actually Olympic Way, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, yeah, man, I sent you a message on TikTok, Winston. Oh, my God. Why am I calling the man Winston?
Mario. Yeah. I'm got number is in it. If you go up back in it, give me number.
Okay, what happened is that I lost that phone, and so I lost.
And this same thing happened with me. That's why I want you. I'm gonna send you about the info. I'm gonna go back and check it. I'm gonna send you the thing, because a próxima semana yo voy a dejar por allá.
Yes, sir.
You don't understand Spanish, understand?
Well, you understand that. So it's not text. Winston. Oh my God, why am I calling Winston?
Olympic. It's all right. Go ahead. I don't have Winston is my friend.
yes, there is a need Olympic way for us to return to the days where talk shows in Jamaica is something that we desire to listen to, that stimulates.
I don't know if it's me breaking you. Go ahead.
Maybe. What I'm saying, sir, there was a time in Jamaica when
I'm hearing there's a need.
No, I don't know what's happening here, but
It's Olympic way because you're good on that.
okay.
Okay, it's me. Go ahead now, neighbor.
There was a time in Jamaica, sir, when we couldn't wait for 10 o'clock.
You guys hearing me, right?
We couldn't wait for 10 o'clock, sir. Because we knew that there was substance coming to us. We don't know what is coming these days. Eh?
Yes.
All right. So we talk.
The thing about it is, yes, I'm gonna do what I have to do and da 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 da.
Send me the number.
And I'm gonna. Yes, I will.
Send it to me. Okay.
Because,
great.
Like I said, very soon.
Yes.
I'll be touching base.
All right, man. Take care of yourself.
Okay. In real life.
In real life, yes. Big up.
Yeah, in real life. Very soon.
All right, sir.
All right. So continue. I'm listening. So continue doing what you're doing. Like I said, protect yourself. Do what you're doing for Jamaica because Jamaica needs you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much. That was refreshing and that was inspiring.
Yes,
you
sir.
Know, we are time. We should have